Welcome back to Role Player Adventures, Gullpax's Secret. A couple episodes ago, I did a dice pool for a check. I pulled the dice out of the bag, I set them down on my table. I didn't roll them. You're supposed to roll them. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, it's in the comments. I did roll the second set of dice I pulled out. I didn't roll the first ones. You're supposed to do that, obviously. It wouldn't be called Role Player Adventures if it wasn't. It would just be called Player Adventures. All right, let's continue on. We have made it to the Temple of Shintal through all the little clues and hints and everything we've picked up along the way. So let's go and look at Section D in Festival of Heroes, Adventure 1, and let's see what's going on at the temple. Alright, we're at location D, Temple of Shintal. If there's no XP at this location, you go to D1. There is. Otherwise, collect the XP from this location and keep reading. So we're going to snag one more XP. We're up to 9. That's pretty awesome for us. If any player has the minor profession, that'd be a no. It says, stone gargoyles leer down at you from the top of the Temple of Shintal. The front doors have been barred, and an edict has been plastered over the wood. Temples dedicated to the Dragul gods and all other false gods of destruction and disorder are closed by order of the Queen. Fortunately, one of the temple's mosaic windows has already been broken, making it easy to climb through. Inside, rats scurry over your feet. You hear whispers in the candlelit chamber. A man kneels on the floor by Shintal's statue, his wrists and ankles bound tightly by rope. A human woman sits on a workbench nearby, grinding herbs with a mortar and pestle. She sprinkles the spices over a sludgy liquid in a small tin cup. When she sees you, she stands up, nearly spilling the foul-smelling concoction onto the floor. And I set the camera up right here so you wouldn't see below that, because the first thing it says, if any player has the herbalist profession, we go to D3. Indeed, our hunter is a herbalist. Herbalist? There we go. So we're off to D3. And as I mentioned yesterday, this could be the conclusion. If it doesn't say finale in the title, then it just ran too long and I cut it into 2 episodes. So here we go. D3. You immediately recognize the odor as typical for brew from the common book of remedies. None of that tomes, potions work, but this one, horn rash blossom, sweet moss ash, and withered plum, is meant as a cure for lycanthropy. You tell the woman that her potion won't work, and she looks at you with pleading eyes. Then what am I to do? You look at the pitiful man she's keeping in chains. There's no cure for werewolf's bite, but you recommend a mixture that would keep the man asleep during his transformation. Herbalist player, increase your intelligence attribute score by 1. Cool! Ignoring the usual limit, add 1 stamina to your intelligence attribute row from the supply. Awesome! So we increase our intelligence by 1, and we get to add 1 from the supply, which is right over here. We'll do that right now. Alright, so I've changed our hunter here, our herbalist hunter. Intelligence, it was 1. I've changed it to a 2, and we get to add 1 in here. Whoops, not into that zone, in there. Cool! So we just got an extra stamina cube now in our intelligence. Alright, we're going to continue reading. You can kind of see it right here. So we've done that. Right on. It says, if you have the keyword tattoo, we don't. If you have the keyword hunt, we don't. Otherwise, continue reading. It says, a woman thanks you and begins mixing a new potion, but it's too late. The chain man writhes as his hair sprouts from every pore of his skin. His muscles bulge against the ropes until they finally snap. His jaws stretch painfully and his teeth make a popping sound as they crack one by one, quickly replaced by fangs as sharp as daggers. He snarls, lunging forward to attack. Oh, this doesn't sound good now, does it? If you have the keyword newcomer, no. If you have the keyword Polgor, we do. We're off to D6. Okay, D6. It says, Polgor draws his short sword, slashing wildly at the beast as the werewolf charges towards you. If you have the keyword wounded, which we do, add weakened modifier card to this combat. So it looks like we're having a combat with a dangerous werewolf, but not only is he dangerous, he's wounded. So I'm going to get 2 modifiers out, dangerous and wounded, and the werewolf card, and then we are going to have a dust up with the werewolf. Let me get that set up. Alright, I've got out the 2 modifiers. It is 6 dice to cover off the werewolf. Wow, he is going to lay the absolute boots to us. Possibly? This could end horribly. But he's weakened because we wounded him, so skill cards do not count against the play limit. So anything we play that is called a skill Doesn't count towards our 2 cards each that we get to play, but he's dangerous. Rewards cannot be gained unless all dice slots are covered. So we've got 2 red, a black, 2 red, 2 black, a blue, and a blue or a white. Now our combat dice limit is 3, so you can see how dangerous this is. We can only cover off 3 spots maximum, because we only have 3 maximum dice. Now we have to figure out exactly how we're going to pull our dice out of the bag. We're probably going to use some fatigue to do it. This could get dangerous, so let me figure out. We need red dice, black dice, blue dice, and a white die. So let me think about this. Alright, we're going to start off here with our hunter character. We already have burned a couple of cards. We should have rested. I think we had a chance and we said no. But anyway, we're going to live with it. We have to put either a trait or a skill on our attuned card. I think we are going to put the skill... do we need 6s? We don't need 6s or 1s. So this skill is probably not going to be the most useful. We're going to put subvert skill here. Now it means any card in our hand can be used as this, which means we can flip a green over or we can flip a red over. And then we have turned green into anything. Add 2 green. I don't know. We got some thinking to do. But first up, we need basically 2 red, 2 black for sure, and then either a blue and white or 2 blue. So let's start off by spending 2 out of intelligence, which we just pumped up, which is nice. We have no intelligence for our warrior. We have 2 now for our herbalist. That will give us 1 blue die, which we are going to definitely need. And yes, I'll try and remember to roll them this time. I'm going to put them in there, so I have to roll them. Okay, and remember, our combat limit is 3 dice. We have 2 more dice to go. I guess we'll spend another couple here right out of the black die. So that's going to give us 1 black die to roll. And then we're going to go over to our warrior to see if we can get a red die. And yeah, our warrior's got 3 strength. She's going to spend 2 of it. Remember, we need to do 1 for each character. That's going to guarantee us a red die. And so our first roll for our attacking the werewolf is going to be a blue, a red, and a black. So let's get out the dice tray and roll it this time. Alright, we're going to roll these up and we're going to hope we get what we need. If not, we're going to have to do some dice manipulation. Ooh, looking good, looking good. Oh wow, looking spectacularly good. We have to spend any cards. That was a lucky roll. So we can put the 4 right there. Boom. We can put the, we're going to put the 2 on this one because that does more damage to us, right? The 4. And now we can put this in either spot, and we're going to put it straight on the blue 2 because that's going to do the most damage to us. We're out of dice. That was so fast. However, we do need to take our lumps now, and we're going to be taking, I think, quite a few of them. Oh boy. All right, let's figure out, we'll zoom down and see how many hits we have to take to our fatigue. Alright, taking a quick look here, we have to take 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we have to take 5 hits to fatigue each for the first round of combat. Then we're going to be moving into combat round 2. So let's take 5 fatigue hits apiece. Alright, our hunter is at 5, so 5 more is going to make him go up to 10. Now he has a health of 16. Wow. So we're almost knocked out. Alright, let's go over to our Dwarven Warrior. Our Dwarven Warrior is in exactly the same boat. 5. It's going to take her up to a total of 10 fatigue. Now, the nice thing about our warrior, because of her bodyguard backstory, she actually has a health of 18. So she's not exhausted until she gets to 18. So she's got 8 more fatigue she can spend. And our hunter has 6 more. Let's hope we don't get knocked out. Alright, we're into the second round of combat. I'm going to figure out now if we can somehow get some dice that we need. Okay, for the white die, we're going to take 1 out of wisdom. This is dangerous. 1 out of wisdom for our hunter. Also 1 out of wisdom for our warrior. Alright, 1 out of wisdom for our warrior. And that is going to get us a guaranteed white die. Alright. I'm going to put that in there so I roll it. We need a red die for sure. So we're going to take one out of the strength of our warrior and one out of the strength of our hunter. Wow, this is nasty. One out of the strength of our hunter. He's up to a lot. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He's only got 4. Oh wow, he's gonna be exhausted, I think, if we do not completely get rid of the werewolf in this one dice accumulation. All right, we basically need, we got a white die, we have a red die, we need a black die, and I don't think we can get a black die. I don't think there's any way to get it. We've got nothing here in dex. Our warrior's only got 1 index, and then we'd have to spend 3 more. I mean, we could do it. Let me think about this. I think we've got to do it, or we're going to get knocked out. So she's going to spend her 1 of dex, so that gives us half of a black die. Now, we don't have any more dex for anybody, so it's the 3-to-1 rule. We have to spend 3 fatigue from anywhere else of a combination of both characters to get the other half of that black die. So she's going to spend 2 out of her constitution. That's going to be doing that. And now our hunter has to spend 1 more to make up the 3. That will give us our final die that we need, the black one. Wow, we are playing a dangerous game. So that's the 3-to-1 rule. So we've just got our black die. So now we have the die colors we absolutely need. Now we need to roll the right number. And he's at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. He can only take 3 more fatigue. He's knocked out. All right, let's get rolling up our black, white, and red die and hope for the best. Otherwise, we got lots of manipulation we have to do. Oh, come on, dice gods. Smile on us now. We need to take this werewolf down, or we're in big trouble. Okay. You know what? I think we're not in as horrible a shape as I think. I gotta consult our cards for both our warrior and our hunter and our special abilities and everything, and see what we can do. All right, my brain is burning. Our warrior is going to play a spent card, Intimidate. She's going to take the red die and flip it over. That's 1 of 2 cards she can play. It's not a... It is a skill. It's a skill. Skill cards do not count against the play limit, so that doesn't even count as a card played. We flip over the red. Boom, we have the 2. We have covered off that. We need to get a black 3, and we need to get a white 5. Can we do it? I gotta do some more finagling and consulting of my cards. Oh, this is so tense. All right, we are going to go ahead and use our Hunter's Stone Skin, which is a scroll. It's adding 2 green dice. And you think, oh, what are you adding green dice for? The reason we're adding green dice is because our hunter has the honorable card, which means he can turn a green die into any color he likes. So if we can roll these 2 green dice and get hopefully a 5, then we can just turn it into blue or white and finish that off. Oh, come on. No, that's not good. Oh my god. So we can turn those into any color. Did that do us any good? I do not believe that did us any good, did it? Oh, wow. But we have the longbow. He's only played 1 card. He's only played 1. You know, we might have to go into the bonus cards. We have to do a whole bunch of stuff. All right. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here is what we are going to do. Well, hang on. Now I got to think about it, because we can use the longbow to increase the green die by 1 or 2. So we could increase this green die by 1, and then use the bonus card play to turn it into the black and cover that off, and then we just have to figure out how to get that to be a white 5. Let me look at some other stuff here first. Oh, we've got to take this guy down. All right, she's going to use her chain leggings to re-roll the white die. And it says play any number of additional chain armor cards. These do not count against the play limits. She also has chain fouled. So she could re-roll the white. If she doesn't get what she wants, she could re-roll it again. This would only count as one card play, but that would be her second card play. So she's going to go ahead and do it. That's discarded. So we're going to re-roll that white. Come on, we need a 5. We really, really need it to be a 5. And yeah. So she's going to burn this card to re-roll it again. That counts as only 1. Come on, a 5. A 5, a 5, a 5. Yes! Oh my god! Nice work with the chain armor. That was her second card played. That's all she can play, unless we use the bonus play card limit. But we don't have to yet. Now, our biggest thing to think about is how to get one of these dice to be a black 3. And I think I have a solution. Yeah, I have the solution right here in front of me. All right, we're going to be playing Longbow for the Hunter. This is his second card played. Increase a blue or green die by 1 or 2. He's going to increase this one by 1. So he increases the green die by 1. That's his second card played. He can't play any more cards, or can he? Because he's going to play one more card. He's going to use the one bonus play card that we have. That goes into his fatigue area. And then he is going to play Honorable, because he's an honorable thieving, hunter, werewolf slaying guy. He's going to turn a green into anything. Anything at all. And he's going to turn this green into a black, and boom, we have, oh man, I don't believe we've completed this. But we have. We have completed it, so we will get the rewards, because he was dangerous. Rewards cannot be gained unless all dice are covered. Skill cards don't count. Oh man. So, wow, we took the werewolf down in 2 turns, but we took a bit of a beating there, because we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Fatigue out of 16 for our hunter, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 out of 18 fatigue for the warrior, but we took him down. Yes. All right, let's get our rewards. We have defeated the werewolf. And reward time, which is a lot of stuff. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 experience and 1 gold. Nice. Wow, that is a ton. So we're getting 4 experience. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 gold. That's just 1 gold. And we've defeated the werewolf. All right, let's go into the book and see what happens when we defeat the werewolf. All right, here we are at D8. It says, the werewolf staggers back, dazed and licking his wounds. As he slowly reverts to his human form, exhausted, he takes a seat on the floor. His mother stands between you, pleading for her son's life. Please, you don't have to do this. In his human form, the man appears frail. His eyes are bloodshot, as if he hasn't slept in days, and his clothes have been torn to shreds. He stares up at you despondently. We can't arrest him, Falgert warns. It's too big a risk. If he bites either one of us, the infection will spread. We have to end this here and now. We'll leave town, the mother insists. We'll live in the mountains, far away. I'll keep Arnon in chains if I have to. So do we just skewer them, kill the werewolf, D12, or do we set them free? Oh man, that is a painful, painful decision to try and make. I mean, it's not his fault, right? It's not his fault he's a werewolf. He seems to be, we've subdued him now. I thought we slayed him, but we subdued him pretty heavily. I think we're going to set him free. I think we're going to say, you know what, go in the mountains. If we ever see you again, we'll kill you. That's kind of how this thing works, right? But if you stay away and don't bother anyone ever again, we're going to let them go. So D11, we are setting them free. And one little quick side thing here before we get carrying on is I forgot this card, the Bulwark. It says whenever you re-roll a die as a result of playing an armor card, add a stamina to this card. We did it twice. So we actually now have 4 stamina on this card, which will continue to build, and then we can use it, spend 3 of it. Instead of re-rolling armor, you can up or down the die color during a check or combat. All right, we'll continue on. Okay, so we've spared the werewolf. It says, with great care, the mother again binds her son's hands tightly in rope and hastily gathers up her belongings. Don't worry, she insists. You'll never see us again. Well, I hope not. Her son stares at you. his eyes filled with cold resentment and despair. "Is this how I'm to spend the rest of my days, mother, as your prisoner?" The woman's face contorts with bitterness and rage. She hisses at her son, "Arnon, hush! These people spared your life. Show them some respect." Arnon's mother pushes him through the door, and they disappear into the streets of Wildwood. Oh dear, it looks like Queen Gimnax, we're cheesing her off again. So we are going to go down -1 on the Queen Gimnax favor scale. That's bad. And then we're going to be revealing title card 187. And it says your quest is complete. From now on, when your choice indicator gives you the opportunity to move to another location, you may instead turn to the end. So let's go ahead and reveal this card, this title card, cheese off the Queen, Queen's favor. And I think I will end it off there for today. There's more text underneath here, and we're going to be getting into a whole bunch of other things. So I think we're going to have another whole episode for that. So let's get things organized from this part and end it off for today. All right, so on our card, we've got so much experience, which is awesome. However, we have now cheesed off the Queen Gimnax's favor. Down another one. We're at -2. That could be horrible. So we have Awook's Respect so far as a title card. Now we have Werewolf Defender. If this will focus, please focus. Says you allowed Arnon, a man infected with the werewolf curse, to escape with his mother. For everyone's safety, they promised you would never see them again. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'm sure we'll never see them again. That was probably a bad idea. All right, we're going to wrap it up for today. So we'll go back to the main map and have a conclusion for today's episode. All right, Polygor probably not too happy with us. I think we did the right thing. Did we not do the right thing? I don't know. We're cheesing off Queen Gimnax. She sounds a little bit like a tyrant, though, trying to take over the entire world. So maybe we're doing a good thing. We cheesed off Gullpax a little bit, and we're a little bit positive on the Dragul Alliance. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, descriptions, likes. This is Role Player Adventures, Gullpax's Secret. We're in Adventure 1, which is Festival of Heroes. We have just let the werewolf go after he almost wiped both of us out. I think we're going to have to think about resting when we come back in our next episode, and maybe exploring a little bit in the temple. We still have some poison. We have a sweet roll with 2 bites and tear out of it. Maybe we can use some of those things here at the temple. We'll see how that works. So thanks so much, and hope to see you tomorrow for the continuation. I thought it would be at the conclusion, but I don't know. We might have maybe another couple episodes. It just depends on how much text and how many things transpire. So thanks so much, and hope to see you then.